that
Shuffle
other
up and
thing.
play, Vegas, because you always have a surprise for us. They fire
Uh,
Bruce Cassidy with 8 games left in the season, and this team
while
is
in a playoff spot.
this team's in a playoff spot. Like
In
it
the
makes
third division playoff spot.
it makes absolutely no sense. It's to the point where it made no sense to me that my first thought is, what did Bruce Cassidy do?
Yeah, like it almost feels like there would have been like, but there would have been like a statement if it was like a scan, you know what I mean?
Unless
like,
it's sort of like the Mitch Love thing where we're now going to have an investigation or something. But
yeah,
like,
but
I don't know. Bruce Cassidy just doesn't really strike me as that kind of guy. And, I mean, hey, neither did Mitch Love. But
I mean, sure, but he's been in the league for so long as
yeah,
a player and then coach. And it's just like, why now would something like that come out? Like, people know this guy enough that, like, if there was something really bad, I doubt he's been keeping it secret this long, like.
Is it because Logan Thompson went into Vegas and shut him the fuck up after he essentially blackballed him out of that franchise?
Yeah, that could be why. It's weird. I mean, we've seen Vegas, we've seen their upper management make a lot of just kind of like ruthless decisions over the years of like just suddenly turning on a dime of a star player or a coach in this case, or whatever. And so it's kind of par for the course, but even this one just feels like a lot for them. And it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I just don't see a world where even if you think this guy's not the guy, or you need, like, in what world does it make sense to suddenly just introduce a completely new, like, system, a completely new guy, and try and go into the playoffs, and, like, they think that's gonna, like, get them further than it would have
Right.
if not, it's bizarre.
Yeah, it
Bizarre.
really is. Don't get me wrong. I'm so glad that Torts is back in the NHL and going to have to do, press scums again. That's incredible.
Yeah,
but I
that's
agree because,
great.
like, we've talked on this show how many times this year about, like, making your moves before the deadline. That way the player has time to acclimate, let alone a coach getting, 8 games to do so, which, hey, sometimes that works. We've talked about it. Take out the cartridge, blow on it, throw a new one back in or something, whatever, just to change the vibe here. But I can't remember the last time I've seen any sports team pull something like this.
Well, dude, how about somebody like Nick Dowd, who just got traded to a new team for the first time in 8+ years? Now he's got to learn a whole new system. He was probably just being like, okay, I get what Cassidy wants out of me. Understand, how his system works different than Carberry's did. Like, he's probably just getting acclimated. And then, boom, we're hiring Tortorella. Cassidy's gone. Now all of you have to figure out a whole new thing. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm annoyed and confused.
There is a lot of skill and talent in that locker room to play with, which I think is interesting because a lot of the time Torts goes in there to get the most out of a group that does not
This
have
is
that.
like the flashiest team he's had in a while, which is
For
really
sure.
interesting.
But I think it also just puts this weird little spin on things, sort of like a Godfather, Sonny Corleone, Tom Hagen kind of like vibe, like this like upper council with Kelly McCrimmon and Bill Foley and George McPhee, where if you're not in that immediate little circle, you are on the shopping block. And the only reason that you might not be like about to shipped out is because you have like a Marner contract or an Eichel contract where you just can't move the guy, or the salary is way too high to do something with it.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We'll see how that goes. I think they won their first game or something, right? Which, neat.
Yeah,
kudos, hats off to you. So we'll see how that goes, and then we'll see how that team does in the postseason, because you just never really know with them.
Going to be a very interesting situation to keep an eye on.
For sure.